David Lewis Rugongoya ye Secretary General w'ekibiina National Unity Platform. Gwe tuli naye ng'era ensonga ezoogerwako ze boycott eri mu Parliament. Abaka ba opposition abakulembeddwa Mathias Mpuuga Nsamba owa National Platform, government ya Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert Bobi Wine abali mu kegugungo oba mu kwekalakaasa okugenda maaso nga tubanja abantu baffe ababuzibwa General Kaguta Museveni. Ensonga twagala okutuwa abantu bano bali ludda wabafu balamu balamu batwalibwe mu mbuga z'amateeka bavunaaniwe baweebwe ebibonerezo tumanye gye bali babafu batutwale ku ntaana zaabwe tubajjeyo tubatwale tubaziike ku bijja by'abajjajjaabwe mu kitiibwa ekigwanidde. Awo nno ensonga weeri era n'okuba nti Sipiika Amongi ali mu kutiisatiisa okubagoba mu nnaku 15 ekitagenda kusoboka, wamu n'okubajjako privileges nga tours n'ebintu ebirala ebigenda mu maaso mu Parliament okuli obusente naye Mathias Mpuuga Nsamba yagambye ono asaaga ali mu kuzannya na muliro eryanda libabula tebagenda kuddayo paka nga gavumenti ereese abantu abo. Kale katufune David Lewis Rugongoya SG atugambe kyalowooza ku kyasalwawo kino era ekigenda mu maaso mu Parliament.
We have tried so many things. You know, we are going into the third year of these heinous violations, criminal activities, to say the least, crimes against humanity, where the regime comes and picks up people and they disappear. I mean, how can we king these people, Mrs. Wangadia, saying that, wondering if some of them are ghosts, even when we provided all the documents, all the information orders for several of them, including dam leader and many others.
How many habeas corpus orders, applications have you made?
I think we've made very, very many since
very many.
I'm just trying to say that some of the people, you see, and that's what that does. And of course, many of them were released here and there. By the time General Museveni saw himself in, we had about 430 people who were missing at the time. And we provided a list to Parliament. And then eventually many of them were dropped in swamps. Others, bodies were discovered. For example, people were dropped, bodies of some of the people were found in Mukono, in swamps and that kind of thing. So the numbers, that explains.
Are these people you know, people on whom you can attach a name, that a body was dumped in a swamp?
Definitely, but you see.
That you're able to pick up and get?
There, I mean, the media was there, covering some of these stories of the people who were found there. But also, if you look at the report which we filed with the UN Human Rights and other agencies, we detailed these violations that happened. We even appeared before the Human Rights Committee of Parliament, chaired by Honorable Fox Odoy, and gave them the details and information about all these people who were missing at the time. So what I'm trying to say is that some of them have since been released, while many others, of course, have been taken to the General Court Martial, others at Unit Disciplinary Committee, etc. So that has been largely the situation. But what I was saying is that even amongst the 18 who are missing from way back, from 2020 to 2021, even we have a 2019 case of John Bosco Chibalama who was taken away on the 3rd of June 2019. So some of them were able to get habeas corpus orders out of the 18. Others, of course, the courts said that directed police to carry out investigations and find out where these people are. And up to now, we are still asking. Now, what I need to also mention is that the abductions did not stop then. Immediately after the elections, we continued to see abductions. I mean, at some point I gave them a list of about 32 people, and then they came up to say that 18 we cannot account for them, we don't know where they are. 12, they said they know where they are, and the 2 of them, they did not even make a comment about them. Because Human Rights Commission can admit this and not condemn it. Incommunicado detention for about 3 months, 4 months, others up to a year. And the Human Rights Commission was not ashamed to put that in writing, to say that so-and-so was picked up on 12th December, released in... You understand the situation? So the abductions did not end then. Right 4 months, we even went and got a habeas corpus order from the High Court. Justice Musa Sekana issued a habeas corpus order. They refute all sorts of gruesome violations, some of which really he has been able to talk about. Others is, trying to get the courage to come and face the public and talk about the things that happened to him. So what I want to say is that all sorts of things that we've done to try and tell these people, one, bring back our people. Some of these people were taken away in broad daylight. People saw them being taken away. The military comes, takes people away from Nansana, from John Damulira was picked up from his shop in Wachseka. Everyone saw him being he was taken away with his son. His son narrated that when they went to a place where they were taken, he had his father being beaten and he was crying, and then he stopped crying all at once, and he never heard from him again. And it's come so that we can bury these people, we can give them decent burial. So, as to the effectiveness of these, including the ICC, about these violations, but also protesting, and this is the right to protest.
The leader of opposition has been threatening to engage the next gear if government doesn't respond. How long should the wait be? You had a press conference earlier today. As a party, the opposition had a press conference earlier today to address the same issue.
Well, parliamentary leadership, of course, takes together the entire opposition bloc. Mm-hmm. It's not just NUP. But, of course, like I said, one, the good thing is that the leader of the opposition has discussed this with the party, and we are fully behind the actions being taken, and we appreciate the members of parliament, and at parliamentary level, we shall continue to discuss. But also we need to understand, I saw what the Speaker of Parliament was. If people are missing, and we have a platform in Parliament, and members of Parliament are there, one of the things that you need to ask yourself is, all these other things that they like to throw around, the bills, whatever, we must begin with human rights, because human rights are the bedrock of every other thing, of development, of whatever you can talk about. If there are no human rights, if human rights are not being respected in a country like ours, then you cannot talk about development and other things that they keep throwing around.
Goodbye. Let me come to you. Do boycotts achieve their intended objectives?
Okay. David Lewis Rugongoya SG yakulira ekibiina kya National Platform Ssaabawandiisi waakyo omuwulidde ensonga azitottodde bulungi, azoogedde bulungi era nga azituusizza bulungi buli kimu kitegeerekese. Ensonga enkulu yakulaba nga bannaffe bafuna obwenkanya. Tumanyawo bannaffe gye bali. Baba abatta tubawe a decent burial. Baziikibwe bulungi ku bijja bya bajjajjaabwe. Bwe babanga gye bali balamu bavunaaniwe mu mbuga z'amateeka, tumanye nti bavunaanibwa olw'omusango ABCD gwabakka mu V oba baasinga ne bakomawo ne bakola emirimu gyabwe. Abaana baabwe, bakyala baabwe, bamaama, bataata, eŋŋanda bali mu kukaaba, bali mu mirango olw'abantu baabwe batalabikako. N'olwekyo ebya Sipiika Amongi Nnaalongo wa kuno byali mu kutiisatiisa amala budde kye bayita okumala obudde ng'akunamira muzibe. Bano baava mu Parliament nga bali mu mateeka era bali mu kwekalakaasa mu mateeka ate balina okuddibwamu kwe balinze okuva eri gavumenti tekunnaba kufunibwa. Kati sipiika talina wabatiisizatiisiza ebyo bye bamutumye General Museveni bye yamutumye okutiisatiisa balowooze nti abantu bayinza okufuna akatengo aswadde tagenda kumalako nakyo kubanga kino kyalimu ate kizito tajja kusobola kumalako nakyo abaana bazze nga bali ready ate buli mpuuga step gyakola ali ready era agambye kasita kino kiggwa tugenda kunoonya ntaana zaabwe Museveni atuwe entaana gye yabaziika tubaziikuleyo tugende tubaziike mu mirembe tuzaagala oba baziika mu bisegguusi tubaagala luno terugenda kuggwa era eno bweggwa fezi gye tuliko twagala kati emirambo gyabwe Museveni agituwe ayagala butayagala analugenda kuba lutalo lulala era ajja dduwulira ajja ddufiiringa lujja kumukalirira lujja kumwoca byebyo nno ebiri mu Uganda yaffe Uganda era nga tulina okulemerako nga ffe bannayuganda okusobola okutereeza ensi yaffe. Mbaagala nnyo Omukama Katonda nsaba bankuumire tujja kuba tuddamu tuyogera ebigambo nga tayi mweraba.